They're over there. Oh, sorry to put you guys on pause. I'm gonna grab them though. Seedlings out here. Seedlings out here. Where are my seedlings at? I need a little water to spill the clothes. I'm back. Hello, good day. I'm attempting to winter garden in my freezing zone. Ooh. We had 2 days of frost, light frost, and let's see what we got. We started a few things. I'm really excited, you guys. My celery that I planted on 11/3 has finally sprouted. I've been warned that celery does take a long time. And guess what? It finally sprouted. So here we go. Oh. That's what celery looks like, you guys. I think that's celery. That's gotta be it. It's like the one seed that's consistently coming up. This little guy right here. It looks like a celery leaf, right? Anyway, so my celery leaf finally sprouted. Hello, Jackie. Good morning. This is my first time trying to grow celery, and this is the first time I realized that it takes a lot longer. People warned me. People warned me that it was going to take like a month for it to grow in, and yeah, it did take a while. Oh, I got this piece of... I'm just glad something came up. Like, so you guys see these? It's right there. There's one. Celery is a cool season crop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I planted them all. What was this? Yeah, this was all celery that I planted in here. So ideally there should have been 40. That's fine. I'm gonna leave it in like this and see what happens. Maybe more will sprout. Good morning, Dr. Draga. Welcome. Hello, hi. I'm in North Texas, and I'm attempting to winter garden in my freezing zone. We've already had 2 bouts of frost. It is so sorry. We had 2 bouts of frost recently, but it would have been 5 days of light frost already, or 5 nights of light frost. And February is our coldest month. But yeah, I did want to show you guys my celery because this is celery I started back on 11/3. So what? That's like a month and a half. I was warned that celery takes a long time to sprout, and it did. It took a while. And even then, I don't have the highest germination rates either. Thank you guys so much for tapping and are appreciating the live. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. I use soil blocking, and so there are 40 soil blocks in here. Each soil block has 1 celery seed. So you'll see that there's I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 celeries that have sprouted, and it's these little guys here. So 7 celeries, and it's been a month and a half now. I'll take it. Dr. Rego, I can read English, a little bit of Spanish, and a little bit of Mandarin. Yeah, cute, right? I'm gonna leave it in here, and like I said, I'm gonna let it sprout a little bit more and see how it does. So that's this. This is a celery. Super exciting to show that progress. Okay, what was it, 2 weeks ago, we started red radishes, right? Let me show you guys the progress on those. Ooh. Let's see. So those have finally sprouted. Haha. Yeah, for the most part. I think some of the seeds, I gotta press down a little bit more, but you'll see there is some activity. Hello, Antap. I'm here in North Texas attempting to winter garden my freezing zone. It's been, we've had 5 days of light frost. And if you're growing cool season crops, they won't be that much bothered by light frost. Like radishes is a cool season crop that I have started here. They're so tiny, but you can see them coming up. I do soil blocking, so in each one of these little blocks is a seed, radish seed. And these were planted back on, I wrote 12/2, so it's been about 2 weeks now. I think what I'm gonna do is, ooh, hold on. Let me put this on something so it doesn't get my, and tap potatoes too. For a subset of America, right? Like the really north or the really south part, close to Mexico. Because people in New York wouldn't be growing potatoes right now. That's why I say that. I once did like a planting chart where I showed you could plant potatoes, but then I had to put a big asterisk and say this is really only for people either in Florida or in the really south part of the U.S. And tap, which zone are you in? I'm in 8A. So we have relatively mild winters. It does get below freezing though. It can be 10 degrees Fahrenheit in February. And then we get really hot summers, so like 100-degree summers. We get the best of both worlds, is how I like to say it. What I'm gonna do for my radishes is, because radish seeds tend to be a little bit on the larger side, I noticed that my radish seeds, maybe some of them need to be pressed in a little bit more. So Antep, yeah. Like this one, like some of these, or maybe I just need to put soil over it. These have already gone through a water bath where they soaked from the bottom, so the soil is very moist. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'll just like gently cover a little bit of soil over this one, over the seed that hasn't sprouted yet. Hopefully that'll help. I think I did pre-soak the radish seeds before I planted them, so. But yeah, these are radishes. What is Virginia considered? It depends on where you live, but I think in general, Virginia is considered zone 7. Just a little bit colder than mine. So yeah, probably zone 7. If you're curious to know, you can just put in your zip code and ask what is into Google and just ask what my zone is and I'll tell you. It can change. Your planting zone can change. So I think every year, what is it, USDA? I forget, some organization is responsible for defining which planting zone you're in based on zip code. And yeah, because the weather changes from year to year, they have to recategorize. Let me know what it is. Jackie, we had our coldest night. It hit 38. Oh, Jacqueline, so bad. You guys are good. Yeah, Jacqueline, our yesterday night was more like 28. And we've had, I guess that's the coldest frost it's been. But yes, we've had 29 and 32. 28's been pretty cold actually. I often say that cold, hardy crops are, I say 30, but I really mean, but if you actually Google it, it's technically 28. I think below that, it starts being considered a hard frost. 28 Fahrenheit. 7B, nice, Antap. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm 8A. Generally, the way it is like the more north your climate is, the smaller the number gets. So Canada, especially in the center part of it, is like zone 4, and then zone 5 is like Chicago, 6, 7, 8. So you kind of get an idea, right? And then it seems that towards the coasts, because those tend to be more temperate climates, those will be warmer too. So like apparently Long Island, New York City is 7 or 8A, same as me apparently. Anyway, but yeah, nice. Jackie, we haven't even pulled out the coats yet. Really, Jackie? Okay, so 38 is kind of cold for me. I would have already gotten out my jacket, but it wouldn't be my heavy duty one like this. Yeah, Antap. Awesome. So I am winter gardening for the first time. Normally the only thing I look forward to in the wintertime is snowboarding. because all my plants are usually dead and the yard is dead. But I am attempting to garden for the first time through winter. It can't be that bad, right? Especially in my zone, it can't be that bad. So like, I think it's possible, just well, one, a bit of strategy, right? Like, understand that you should grow cool crops like cauliflower, broccoli, those are all good ones, kale. Supposedly some of those crops can be hardy down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, I mean 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I've heard firsthand accounts where people have been growing broccoli in 15-degree weather, but officially across the board, I think 20 degrees Fahrenheit is the general frost hardy limit for a lot of your cool season crops. Right, Jackie, you know this. I've been like calling this out, and you're always here to help moderate, so I appreciate you, Jackie. But yeah, you know that about kale. What else have I heard? So kale, radishes we talked about. Radishes are not as hardy as your kale and your broccoli. I think in general, and you'll kind of have to take this with a bit of salt, but in general, the trend seems to be the more soft or tender the leaves are, the more likely it is to not withstand as low temperatures as 20 degrees. So broccoli, cauliflower, if you've ever seen the leaves of those, they're really leathery, right? So those are really hardy vegetables. Oh, let me grab my garlic. Garlic is another really hardy vegetable. According to the internet, it says hardy is down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, you guys. So that's why people up in Canada can also grow it as well. All you have to do is mulch really well. Let me see if I can show my garlic. And tap. So are you new to growing or potentially interested then? I'm glad you've learned your zone, because that is the first step. You can then understand when you need to start planting, potentially for spring of next year, and also when you could potentially try to attempt winter crops as well. So like for me in 8A, we would be starting our tomatoes indoors right around Christmas time. This assumes that you don't need grow lights though. If you have grow lights, your time to get your tomatoes to maturity is going to be a lot faster, right? People with grow lights often run them 24/7. So even at night, they have the ability to grow their vegetables. So yeah, I've always remembered in North Texas, when we want to start our tomatoes for the spring season, we always start them during Christmas indoors without grow lights. What about Antap? That's a great question. Yeah, beets. They can grow in the cold, yes. They're kind of like radishes though, again. Like if you ever felt the leaves of a beets, they're kind of tender. They're not as hardy as Swiss chard. So Swiss chard is one that's considered frost hardy, all the way down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, especially when it's mature. If Swiss chard is especially thick, you know, when you're leathery. But beets in relation to them, they're much more sensitive. So 28 is about as low as they go. I have some videos out there where you'll show me filming that they frost over, but then within a couple hours of the temperature warming up, they defrost really nicely and come back alive. Black Boy Who, hi, good to see you. Hi. But yes. Antap, you are okay. Yeah, you already know how to grow. I grew tomatoes, cilantro, cucumbers, and nice, Antap. Very nice, Antap. Very nice. That's awesome. Have you started? So cilantro is also considered a cool season crop. I am actually still growing that. Cilantro will be hardy down to 28 degrees as well. So it was 28 this morning. I'll just bring up my cilantro. Let me go grab it as well as the garlic and show you guys real quick. Hang on. Oh no, I didn't mean to press that. I meant to press this. Oh dang it. This one. All right, so this is the garlic. I know Black Boy, you've seen this. I have to show you some of the other things that I realized, but okay, yeah, so these are the garlic. Garlic, if you kind of notice, remember I said garlic is technically frost hardy down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. You just have to mulch it really well. So that's either wood chips, leaves. The colder it is, the more you mulch. It's kind of like a blanket for your developing garlic bulbs, right? So this is the leaves, and you'll kind of see. Antap, have you grown garlic before? Black Boy, have you grown garlic before? You could still try. I think technically November is like the cutoff, even for the really warm seasons. But yes. So yeah, this is garlic. You'll see it's like leathery, if you will. So that's how I remember that it's more frost hardy. Okay, yeah, you could even get store-bought Black Boy Ho. I've been using store-bought actually. And I just replant the cloves every year. So technically this is like 3rd generation store-bought garlic. And I think, oh, I forgot to say, with garlic, it also depends on your zone, right? With the really cold climates, they grow a specific type called hardneck garlic, which is better suited to really cold climates. But for us, like Black Boy Ho, you're in Arizona, yeah, warm climate. I'm in a warm climate too. We could just use store-bought. Store-bought is typically soft-necked because it has a longer storage life. And what are grocery stores trying to do? Make money, so they want stuff that can store really well. And soft-neck garlic is the type that stores well versus hard neck. Jackie, I'll have to try garlic it. Okay, yeah. Jackie, get it in the ground soon. You supposedly need 9 months, so as long as it takes to grow a baby. I say 9 months, but really it's give or take, right? It depends on sun, wind, rain conditions. That's how your garlic is gonna grow, and depending on if it's optimal, then it'll grow faster. Less optimal, it'll grow smaller. You can eat garlic at any stage, but obviously you want the bigger bulbs, right? So garlic still needs full sun. Black Boy Ho. No, people have, yeah, I mean, you guys have stuff to do too. I do go live, Black Boy Ho. I do go live, and you know this, but for those of you that are with us, I am live Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays from noon to 1 p.m. Central. Okay, hello, Sunil, welcome. But yes, so Antap, like I was saying, you could plant this outside. No greenhouse required, right? Because I said it can withstand down to 0 degrees. This is why, like, if you haven't grown it, everyone should be growing garlic already. This is a good and easy one, and it's incredibly satisfying to harvest it. And then you go through a process of curing it so that you can put it in long-term storage. So that's what this is, garlic. Okay. Jackie, you've grown mushrooms. Tell me about it. Did you grow it in, and this is my cilantro. So I mentioned we've been through 5 bouts of frost, right? And this was really young. When it was really young, it did sustain a little bit of damage. Like 4 weeks ago, we had our first frost, and this plant was only 2 weeks old at the time. But like, look at it. It was like really big now. I've already harvested once. It is time for another harvest. But it frosted over and de-thawed really nicely. It was 28 degrees for a couple hours this morning, so it did really well. Cilantro is another cool season crop, but if it goes any below 28 though, it would probably not do well. So as a gardener, I'm always like looking at the temperature at evening time. Like, do I need to be protecting my crops in preparation for, well, for right now, usually our cold hours are in the early mornings, right? So I'm just really checking what is the early morning temps going to be, and are my plants going to be able to survive? Hi everybody. I am in North Texas attempting to winter garden in my freezing zone, zone 8A. Of course, you got to start with cool season crops, and if you don't know what those are, you'll quickly remember them. Broccoli, kale, Swiss chard, beets. What other ones do we have? Celery. Oh, by the way, let me show you my baby celery. Gotcha. Hello, good to see you again. And that's okay. I mean, I'm Ada, if you're curious to know. Pleasure to see you. Hello, Joyce. Welcome. You have to be super clean to grow. Oh, you do? Oh, hello, Jonathan. So for mushrooms, what I had heard was, I tried at one time to get the, like, log seeds. So what you do is you find like a log, and then you put in, oh sorry, mushroom plugs, that's what it is. It's like literally it looks like wooden plugs, but they put mushroom mycelium in there. And then I tried it didn't work well though. I don't know if it was like I didn't have the right wood or I didn't properly soak it, but then after, my friend was like, be careful growing the mushrooms because the spores can be really invasive. So I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I think first I'm going to focus on growing food first. But yeah, Jackie, let me know what your experience is. Let's see. In my home, this plant. Okay. Gotham, just want to say you should come up with some other content. Gotham, are you bored? Are you bored of this, Gotham? It is the same time. No worries. It is my focus area though. So if it's like, this is kind of like my big thing right now, the winter gardening thing, and it's inspiring others to grow. You should join in whenever you're interested to see what's going on. But for right now, this is what's in season. maybe when other stuff happens, I'll change it. Home gardens is your favorite stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You think so, Gotham? Thank you, Gotham. It is it was cold this morning, so it's warmed up to we had a cold front the last 2 days, and it's warming up this afternoon, so it'll be 50s later today. It was cold the last 2 days though. Cold as in like yesterday's high was 40s, but it'll be more like 60s this week. Jackie, you're saying yes, mushroom takes a lot of cleaning and doesn't exercise. We're learning how to make leather from it. How cool, Jackie. Do I cover my plants with plastic or mesh? Antap, yeah, good question. In terms of protecting them, I think you're asking like in terms of cold weather, how do I protect them? So I don't cover the cilantro at all, because remember, like I said, you plant cool season crops that are suitable to cold temps, and they do just fine. They will freeze over or look like they frost over, but they'll also de-thaw really nicely. Celery is another cool season crop as well. If we think about its leaves though, it's more tender. So it is not going to be as frost hardy as broccoli or cauliflower that has more leathery leaves. I'm really excited, you guys. I was just looking at what do you think that is? What is that? Is that interesting? Like, what do you think that is right there? Can you guys see it? It's almost like the underside of a mushroom cap. And ironically, the dirt has like covered it. Oh, you know, it might actually be mushroom. But yeah, this thing. Do you see that right there? What is that? Bacteria? Mushroom growing on the underside? Anyway. Okay, so this is my celery. Look at this. I wrote 11/3. That means on November 3rd, about a month and a half ago, I started these seeds, and they're finally coming up. Finally coming up. Here we go. This is one. I would have planted 40 seeds in here, but looks like there's only 7 or so that are up here. Anyway. Oh, Jackie. Oh, then you had a baby, and babies and mushrooms shouldn't mix. Oh. Okay, so Antap, I meant to say, so for my seedlings, I will cover them like this, and then I will additionally put them in a bigger container, and all the seedlings are grouped together overnight on the freezing nights. And then if I have cabbage is another cool season crop, broccoli, kale, all of those plants tend to be, cabbage worms really like them, right? So for protection from pests, I will cover it with a mesh. That one I have linked on my, it's just like I don't have any on me right now, but it's just like that white fine mesh that keeps your bugs off of it. It's not for winter protection though. When it comes to winter protection, I'm using, I'm just using cardboard for now. So I do have a Chinese eggplant plant that I'm trying to keep alive. Eggplants are warm season crops. So really it's out of season. I am just covering it with cardboard to try to keep it alive. And actually that reminds me, I need to go remove that cardboard in a little bit. But yes. To eventually cover my plants though, when it gets really cold in February, I'm going to be using, I already do have some 6mm plastic that I'm going to put around like the outside to block wind. And then for the top, I don't know, maybe something like bed sheets, I think is what I'm going to do. Whatever it is, you just don't want the leaves of your plant touching any of the material. Plastic will be the first one to burn your plants. Bed sheets, when those freeze over, those will also burn your plants too, as in freeze burn your plants. The last thing I would say is, you were asking me about, and then I'll just use leaves as well. So if my plants are baby enough, I will just use leaves and cover them as well for added protection if I need to. Antap, sawdust, wax, and a log. Oh, okay. And I see. Yeah, I didn't get really. Okay, good to know. Got to, no, not bored, but we just want, oh, okay. Okay. Got to, yeah. You were saying 15 degrees. Yeah, first, I've seen people grow broccoli in 15 degrees. It usually means that the broccoli is very mature, though. It's not going to be your baby broccoli. Like it has to be a mature plant that'll be growing in 15 degrees. Yay, thank you, Black Boy Ho. Sorry, I'm like really behind. Oh, Sunil, I'm flattered. Thank you. Jackie, thank you. Got them. Yeah, Jackie, thank you. Okay. Black Boy Ho, that's funny. Got them. Thank you. Okay. But yeah. Okay, so I showed you guys the celery, right? And then I have a new thing of seeds that I was gonna do. So these are already pre-soaked. These are soil blocks. They don't have any seeds in them yet. But I was gonna plant some of the baby broccoli in here. Let's see. So these. We got cilantro doing well here. Oh, and before I forget, here are the so remember red cabbage? I started them 12/9, so last week, and they're starting to sprout, you guys. Red cabbage, if you guys recall, let me see if I can find the seed packet. Here, can you guys see them? Okay, well, let me see. All right, so the seeds are brown, but if you look really closely, there are like little white bits, and that's the sprouted part of the seed. Can you guys see it? All right, not really. Jacqueline, thank you for moderating. I appreciate it. Hi, Kari, welcome. Yep, so we got let me show you the red cabbage. Red cabbage is also a cool season, or just any cabbage in general is also a cool season crop. This one. This is the one we sprouted. This is from last week. If you guys are looking for seeds, Antap, did you know, by the way, Antap, do you know about free seed libraries? If you guys don't already know, you should, and you're in a somewhat urban area, go check your local free seed library. A lot of the bigger cities will have that, and come with some seeds to trade. It's not like just take, you gotta trade something, but then you can take what other seeds that people have. I went to my free seed library last week before I then went to go buy these. I saw that there were a lot of summer crops in my free seed library, but not specifically any winter crops. Winter gardening, like I said, not a lot of people are aware that you can still winter gardening. I mean, I didn't until very recently, and I wasn't even, I mean, it takes a little bit of work to winter garden. So I'm not gonna say it's not just like you plant it and put it outside. You do have to protect your plants. But it's not any different than like protecting your plants from bugs or from really high heat. So yeah, this is what this is. Black Boy set up 4 sticks in the dirt right and used to. Black Boy, that could also work. I do, if you use the 6mm plastic though, it's just a little bit more durable, and you can use it year after year. Your Saran wrap, I don't know how you would store that, but it's almost like you would have to. But yeah, that is a quick fix question, a quick fix idea. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah. Okay, awesome, Jonathan. You also know about the free seed. Okay, yeah, I didn't know about free seed libraries until literally 2 months ago, when people were like, "Hey, there's free seed libraries. You go check yours out." Baby broccoli goes big. Yeah, so Jackie. Yay! Okay, excellent, Carrie. You can see it. Lisa Art, too cold in Palmdale, Florida. How to bring in my pitted avocado tree? You bring. Oh, okay, Lisa Art. Lisa Art, your zone is probably like mine then. I'm in North Texas. I'm zone 8A. Actually, I feel like I'm probably colder than you are. Yeah, but it's really exciting. Like cabbage can withstand down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. As can kale, cauliflower, broccoli. Celery is a little bit more tender, so that's the one. But look at that baby celery. I have to show off my baby celery again because I have been patiently waiting for a month and a half now. Other people have warned me it'll take a month. I think that's for springtime. Anytime you do winter gardening, baby celery. Anytime you do winter gardening, it's gonna take at least, if not double the amount of time. So when I was showing you guys this, it says in perfect conditions, I would get like a mature head in about 75 days. So what does that mean? 75 times 2. It'll take me about like 180, 90 days for me to get my actual cabbage in winter conditions, because winter it's colder, the plants have to work a little bit harder. There is rainfall is actually pretty good. Rainfall, and that's actually one of the reasons I am encouraged to winter garden, because I don't have to worry about rainfall or watering in general. But then of course, less light, right? We have shorter winter days. Yes, that's so cute. I planted 40 seeds, you guys. Clearly only 7 of them made it, or at least so far. I'll be patient. I'll leave them in here a little bit longer until I can see the roots coming out of the bottom, which I can't yet. So I'm gonna worry about that when we get there. I'll leave them in here undisturbed for a while longer to see if anything else comes up. Jonathan, you can grow the seeds and take the plants to the library. Oh, can you, Jonathan? Oh, I didn't realize that. I think it depends on your garden setup. When I went to my local one, and actually I plan to do a couple more visits, I noticed that they have like, it's literally like a little free seed library, you know, that kind of looks like a little, it has like a little roof and you open it up. It's, the insides of it was not very big. If everyone tried to put their seedlings in, I think they would run out of room really quickly. So for that particular library, I don't think that that would work, but I hear resource libraries can obviously vary depending on resources, and some of them are much larger. I think the one I visited is considered smaller scale. I'll have to visit Dallas. I've heard that Dallas has a really extensive free seed library. Why can't I send a tip? Sorry, what do you mean? No, I took the tip, Black Boy Ho. Thank you. You did. You did, and I appreciate you for it, and I think it's a great idea, the saran wrap. That's a great setup if you want to do it in a pinch. But sometimes it's like, at least in my opinion, it's worth it to spend a little bit more on those products that you know that you're going to get a lot of use out of. Otherwise, if you like constantly replace it, not only is it not good for the planet because it creates a lot of trash, but it's like annoying. You have like the same annoying problem over and over again, and yeah. That's all. But I think it's a great idea. Saran wrap is a great, very affordable, very approachable way to protect your plants. Jackie, cute. I haven't tried celery. Yeah, so I have celery seeds. It's also my first time growing celery. I don't even know why, because if we think about it at the grocery store, celery is actually not very expensive. I think it's one of those plants that, I mean, do you guys enjoy celery? I enjoy celery, but I wouldn't say it's like my top choice, right? It would be broccoli, cauliflower. Hello, Anthony, welcome. Seeing through the plants, love attention. Okay, Kari, great suggestion. Oh, you can send money? I don't know. I didn't even realize you can send money in this? Right, Jackie? It's like one of those, it's like a filler vegetable. But I had it, I had the seeds for it, I mean. It's kind of like I forgot that I was growing it. Oh, I can though? I don't know. I've never seen that feature, so I don't know. Like, I don't even know how I would. Okay, I'll go explore that, Black Boy Ho. I didn't think they had it, which is why, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't have access to it. I think that's why. Maybe I have to have a big enough followership. I'll look it up though. Thank you, Black Boy, for attempting. I appreciate that thought. Have you ever grown asparagus? Yes, Jonathan, I do have asparagus. Here, I'll show you guys in case you guys are curious to know. I gotta walk out into the garden. So if you guys didn't know, sorry, it's gonna get dizzy for a little. I do grow out my front lawn, hence the name Front Garden Home. It is the sunniest spot, so this is my front garden here. It's a little messy, and I don't usually do like an overall pan, just out of privacy, but I'm gonna walk over to the asparagus. This is my asparagus plant. It is, so we're in my front flower bed, and this is asparagus right here. It looks kind of ferny, and it is getting ready to go dormant. Here, we'll zoom in a little bit. This is also my blackberry plant, and it's also getting ready to go dormant. But here, so if you look here, these used to be the asparagus spears, right? And they've grown up now. If you guys didn't know, asparagus is a perennial, so it comes back every year for 30 years to give you food. Mine is about 2 years old. And actually, my plan is to eventually move it more into the center part of the garden so it gets better sun. It gets decent sun here, but I feel like it would get, it's a little windy. it would grow a little bit better. I have 1, 2, I have 3 of those. And so if you guys are curious to have more of a low maintenance garden, definitely think about asparagus and give it the space for it. It's kind of like a strawberries. You need to give it like a patch to grow. Kari, you can set up on your discussion. Oh, okay, Kari. Okay. Imagine, Black Boy Ho, imagine juicing. How do you think? I think it'd be delicious, but I like all kinds of vegetables. That's why I'm growing it, even though I could just buy it just as cheaply at the grocery store. Because I want to grow it organically too, and I feel like that's, I mean, even organic celery is not that expensive either, right? All right, so that's that. But yes, let me know, what other perennial vegetables are you guys aware of that we could discuss? I know rhubarb is another one. I have not grown rhubarb just because I really don't think I'll be able to know what to do or how to cook it. Ooh, did not mean to zoom in. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to cook with that. But rhubarb is another one that I've thought about growing. That would be a good perennial. Jonathan, what you started the question. What are your thoughts about asparagus? Thank you, Black Boy Ho. My mom's always looking out for me, getting me cute jackets. All right, so we talked about some of the cool season crops, right? There's radishes, the radishes that were just starting to sprout. My celery that I'm so proud of. Just remember, it takes a long time to germinate though. And then we had the red cabbage as well that I just planted last week. So these are all cool season crops. What else we got here? Oh, that's what I want to do. I wanted to plant some broccoli because I prepped the soil with you guys. Jackie, what are you saying? I love the idea of being able to provide a homegrown vegetable. Yeah. How exciting. I think so too, Jackie. I think it is incredibly rewarding to like be like, I grew this. And then most likely it's cleaner than what you might be able to find at the grocery store. At least that's what I like to tell myself. Kari, bless your hands and whatever. Oh, thank you. Black Boy, I have a jacket that would look at me. A jacket? A jacket? Oh, okay. You think so? Wait, Black Boy, are you, do you identify as a he, she, or they? You have a jacket that you think would look good on you? I was just curious. Is it a, yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, oh, a jacket. Okay. I don't know yet. I will eventually need to set up like a PO box event, but I'm not big enough yet. That would be my thought though. You go ahead and use it for now. I am on no shortage of the jacket. I appreciate the thought though. So yeah, and let's see for now. So these are like some of the other ones that I'm growing. I got some more arugula last week after visiting my free seed library. I went shopping as well. And if you guys are curious to know where I got these, I didn't start any kale yet. Let's start these. So kale, what does it say? It says 25 days. So what does that mean? In winter gardening, it would take 50 days. So we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna start kale. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, yeah. Okay, Black Boy Ho, maybe. Yeah, I'm like not with the times. Let me go look that up. Yeah, like an Amazon Dropbox. Let me go look that up. You want to grow wasabi? Oh, how cool. Wasabi is a root, right? That's about as much as I know. So kind of like a horseradish, right? And that's about as much as I know. So as long as you get the root, you could grow your own. Kind of like a ginger root, right? Are you No, I'm not Pocahontas. I am Asian American. Taiwanese American. All right, so we got the, all right, so this is what the kale seeds look like. There's, ooh, can you guys see? There we go. Kale seeds look like this. And then I already I didn't pre-soak these though. I'm gonna give these a quick soak while we're chatting. I usually like to pre-soak my seeds, so I'll just like get a container like this and I'll put my seeds in. I hope I have 40 of them in here because I want to start each one of them in here. I don't have to do it like this, but I like how I have a little bit more control over like how they germinate. And then once I have them in the little soil blocks, I can then plant them however I want. Add a little water here. I'm just gonna let it soak in here for a little bit. Soak, soak, soak. And then we'll plant it in a little, what do we do? Kale. Kale. So this is kale. It says, so kale is a type of brassica, right? It says brassica. Brassica just refers to the species of plants. So brassicas are in general cool season crops. Cauliflower is a brassica. Broccoli is a brassica. What else? Kale is a brassica. Collards is also a brassica. See? Collards is also a brassica. So anything in the brassicas family is considered cool season crops. Black boy. Yes, cooking. Yes, eventually. When I run out of gardening topic to do, I just find that when I like flip too much from one topic to another, the algorithm gets confused. At least while I'm still like a small creator, it gets confused. Maybe when I'm a little bit bigger, but yeah, that is the idea, to also do more garden to table stuff as well. I mean, I have it right now. It's just that I find that the algorithm gets confused as to what type of creator I am. Hi, Demon. Hello, Demon. Good to see you. I'm glad we were able to catch up. At first, yeah, Black Boy, I was like, cookie video? Cooking makes sense. Super tiny, yeah. Hello from New Zealand, Wolf. I put in a line. Oh, well, I hope you didn't wake up just to join. Demon, I appreciate you joining in, though. Good to see you. Kari, if you could move your camera down. Oh, yeah. Okay, like this. So that's better. Oh yeah. I got lots of. Now I got a lot less headspace. So yeah, I'm just soaking it over here. They're still floating a little bit, so I'm not gonna. I want to let it sit a little bit longer. I do this. I pre-soak it because it's good insurance in case your watering doesn't do a good job. The pre-soaking essentially ensures that every seed is soaked really well, so it really has no excuse to not germinate, unless like the next couple of days you forget to water it. That might be the only reason. But pre-soaking is good insurance to make sure that you have all the seeds well soaked. I'm like wondering if I have enough. Should I put a little more in? What is that? I only have 40 seeds. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have about 40. Some of them already sank, and then, oh, you guys can't see. Well, some of them sank, and then some of them are still floating. Ideally, I want all of them to soak really well, so I'm just gonna leave them like this. Demon, did I miss anything? Wait, we are starting some kale seeds. Demon, as you know, I'm trying to winter garden my freezing zone, and so kales, anything in the brassicas family, is considered a cool season crop. See, it says brassicas. Brassicas just refers to the species of plants. Cauliflower, collard greens, any of those brassicas. See, it says brassicas are good cool season crops to be growing. So cauliflower, collard, kale, broccoli. What else am I missing? In addition to brassicas, you can also plant Swiss chard as well. I already have this section soil blocked. I already pre-soaked, or I have these soil blocked already. Oh, my tool's all the way out there. I'm not gonna grab it right now, but hopefully you guys know what I mean by soil block. Oh my gosh, Damon. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't be waking up. I mean, that's what I prioritize my sleep, and I hope all of you guys do too. It is like the one way that we wake up feeling really great. Kari, I would only soak. Yeah, I would just try to get them, like I'm mixing it up a little just so I can ensure water touches all of the seed, not just the bottom part. I would say like maybe an hour or two, not very long, especially the smaller the seed. The bigger the seed, that's when you need to maybe soak for a little bit longer. But with tiny seeds like these, all the brassica seeds are this small. And you can't tell one brassica from the next. See, I'll show you. So there's kale. We already looked at the seeds. I'll just show you for comparison. I'll show you for comparison. Oh, the cabbage. See, look, cabbage is another brassica, right? I'll show you the doom. Kale, cabbage, cauliflower, all the seeds look the same. So make sure you keep them in their seed packet. See, it says brassica again. Cauliflower is broccoli, sorry. Cabbage is also another brassica. Black boy, have I planted any trees? Yes, I have. Remember we were talking about, see, look, the seeds look exactly the same as the ones before. So anything that's kind of in the same family, make sure you keep them in separate seed packets. Otherwise you're not gonna be able to tell just from the seed itself. So all this, and then cauliflower, collard greens, all these look the same. Here, I'll show you these. Those are all gonna look the same. These are all in the brassicas family. Yeah, Black Boy Ho. I don't have any cauliflower out here today, but I have some growing. I have seedlings. I already planted all the cauliflowers I have. Yeah, look again. Collard, cauliflower, kale, all the seeds look the same. Again, probably because they're all in the same species, brassicas. All right, so that's hopefully a good visual. That'll help you guys remember that note. So yes, Black Boy Ho, we talked about fruit trees that I planted. I have a bunch of fruit trees in the backyard. I call it my mini orchard. They're all about two years old. So the only one that's giving me fruit is a peach tree grown from a store-bought peach seed. I've grown that, and it did give me fruit last year, really excitingly. So if anyone has ever told you, oh, that's not gonna be like the parent plant, you're not gonna get, just to be like, oh, but I know someone that has grown something. So anyways, it's all an experiment. We'll see if the other ones also bear fruit. If anything, this would be the year, or this upcoming spring would be the year that they would potentially give me fruit. Most of them would be 3 years old at that point, and that is about the age at which trees will start to bear fruit. You can't go completely off of age. It kind of depends on the sun and their growing conditions. But if they were to give me fruit, this would potentially be the year. I would say so. Some of them don't end up sinking all the way though, Carrie. So I wouldn't go completely off of that. I mean, as long as you kind of look, see how most of them have, yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good indicator, but even if they don't sink all the way, I mean, I still plant them anyway, because you're going to water them again. I think the idea is simply to make sure that you, ensure it's well watered, and this is a good way. But of course, you still also need to water the following day as well. Or in this case, I pre-watered this from the bottom. So I put this in a little bit of water, and I let it soak up the water from the bottom. So this is already pre-soaked, and if you can tell by the way it glistens, it's quite moist already. Oh yes, the dill. My dill is out there. I forgot to show you guys. So I had dill that I started last week, and it is sprouting. It's from store-bought seeds. Where are my seeds? Oh, I didn't bring them over here. But yeah, okay, so Black Boy Ho, I think I try to often talk about recommendation for whether it should be from seed or whether you should buy the plant. And when it comes to dill, you should plant from seed if you especially love dill, which would be me. So, but if you don't like dill that much, you only use it on occasion, I would just buy the plant from the nursery. Dill is also another cool season crop. It's very sensitive though, so would not be able to withstand much below light frost. If you think about the leaves, they're tender, right? So I do have some that I started last week, and it's growing a little bit. Demon, are you growing sprouts and turnips too? Sprouts, turnips. I'm not growing turnips right now. I don't have the seeds for those. I have beets though that I'm growing. They're in the ground right now. I actually have some more I could start. Yeah, peaches. Do you need 2 peach trees to produce fruit? Really, Jonathan? I only have 1 peach tree in that area. I don't recall peach trees needing 2 trees to cross-pollinate. And I also say this because my parents used to have a peach tree, and it was a peach and a pear tree. Only 1 peach tree. So no, I don't believe peach trees require another tree. It could be that it's just not mature yet. So generally the 2-3 year mark is the general age at which they reach maturity, but again, that depends on their growing conditions. Was it ideal? If it was, then in 2-3 years they could potentially give you fruit. If it was less than ideal, it'll take longer. I have learned about brassicas. Excellent, Demon, because when I was in college, because my girlfriend back then was attending a BSc class by me. Nice, Demon. Nice. So brassica is nice. Okay, let's see. Okay, how long do you have to? Okay, so yeah. So like this, I feel like this is good enough. I would go ahead. Okay, you guys can see. I would go ahead and plant these, and then okay, the thing about seeds, if you didn't already know, only plant them as deep as they are wide. I'm gonna need a wrap soon. Thank you guys for hanging out today, but I'll be live again Wednesday as well. But yeah, they're very tiny, right? I have my tweezers here. I do like to use it. I don't like getting my hands dirty. It's also easier to manage, but you could just use like any tweezers, even like the brow tweezers, right? And so let's see, I'll do it over here so you guys can see. And then I'll just put this. You'll see it has like, all these have like little divots. I just push it in just ever so slightly. Only as deep as it is wide. So not that deep at all. Where did it go? I got stuck on my tweezers again. Only as deep as it is wide. So yeah, just like that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see, everything's black in here, but only as deep as it is wide. So if it's a watermelon seed, the watermelon seed's like that big, so I would plant it at that depth. The kale seed was what, like 2 millimeters, so I planted at a 4 millimeter. I pushed it down 2 millimeters. Wednesday it is, yeah? Turnips would, oh, you like turnips, Demon? Okay, well, excellent. I have lots of things that I'm trying to grow. It's okay, if I don't plant it this year, I'll plant it next year. Or at some point I will. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out each one of these seeds and put 40 of them into each of these. So I got one in there. Ooh, which one was it? It was that one, okay. And then yeah, this one, see, it's like stuck there. Let's put that in there. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you guys saw that I had already pre-soaked all of these, so that's why the soil is especially moist and fluffy. Rosemary. Oh, you have rosemary? Jonathan, I have one, and then that I got from my neighbor, but I think it died over the summer because I forgot to water it. I'm gonna have to get another one. I have thyme right now. Thyme is one of the ones I have. Oregano. My oregano is still doing well. Mint is growing well in terms of herbs. I need to get more rosemary though. I'll just get it from my neighbor, and I'll trade her some dill if she doesn't already have that. But yes, so I'll be putting these all in here, and I need to relabel this. You guys see, I used to grow yellow onions in these, but I'm just gonna cross it out and we're gonna retitle it today's date and put kale. Kale on here. Beautiful. Okay, thank you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap today, but I'll be live Wednesday as well. Rosemary grows like crazy. Yes, it does, Jonathan. And I'm really sad because I actually had like a pretty sizable rosemary plant. I'm disappointed that I let it, I don't know, go. Bob Boy. Wait, what? No, Bob Boy, you're on Arizona time zone. What? What? Have you been up all night, Black Boyo? Oh my gosh. If it's possible, I'll courier. Oh, that's cool, Demon. The thing about seed sending, especially if it's from international countries, I think it's highly discouraged. As you can imagine, we have like problems with like invasive plants and whatnot. So if I wanted to, I'll probably go to the formal route, which is to acquire from the Indian store, which we do have one. Thank you for sharing that though. Or if you want, maybe you can send me the link to the type of turnip that you like, and then I can at least try to find those at the Indian grocery store and see if they have the seeds there. Thank you, Demon. Thank you guys. Take care, everybody, and see you guys on Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central. I said 11, yeah, 11 a.m. Central. Sorry, I might have said noon. 11 a.m. Central. Everybody take care. Be